Hi everybody, today is a video that I promised you guys in a couple videos ago, and that is how to stand out at ballet competitions. I'm also going to give you some tips on how to stand out at auditions as well. But a lot of you are doing ballet competitions coming up in January and February, so I want to give you my tips. So let's get into it. All right, so the very first thing is to remember it's not all about technique. It is not about 18 pirouettes. It is not about hitting your head with your leg. It is about artistry. It's about becoming a character. It is about reaching that audience and reaching the judges and saying, look, I am special. You know, these judges are going to sit there, especially with Grand Prix, and watch 14 different Capelli variations, 14 Auroras, 14 Black Swans that are all the same. So how do you stand out? You stand out by becoming the character. You stand out by being extremely musical. You know, most of those kids at the competitions can do all those pirouettes, have amazing extension, have the feet. So what you have to do is break away from that. That's the norm. If I was going to go judge a ballet competition, I would expect to see really skinny girls with really good feet who can hit their head and do a million turns. So what I would look for as a judge is somebody who's different, somebody who's more concerned about the character and being on the music. It was the Q&A video that I talked about this, and I said, you know, for example, if you're doing Esmeralda, it's, you know, I know there's that développé passe thing right at the beginning. It's not about that. It's about being absolutely direct on the music. It's about showing the sass. It's about pirouette, finish, you know, flair. Same with Black Swan. It's not about doing 14 attitude pirouettes and then, you know, at the very beginning, pas de bourrée, fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's about doing 2 and landing bam on the beat. You know what I mean? That, to me as a judge, is what I'm looking for. Because when you're in a ballet company, musicality is so important. And one of the reasons you guys are doing these competitions is to be seen by directors. I guarantee you a ballet director is not going to be sitting in the audience and be happy with you if you did 5 pirouettes but didn't land on the music. Guarantee you. 99% of the time you will join a company in the core. Doesn't matter how awesome your variation was in the ballet competition, if you can't stay on the music and stay with all the other girls in the line of swans, you're not going to be hired. You've got to be musical. They've got to see that you can be on the music so they can put you in the core, and then eventually you will maybe get a solo. So you've got to fit in a company setting. And somebody who does 5 pirouettes and lands off the music does not fit in a company setting, because you are not going to start off as prima ballerina. You're just not. You know, if you're Swanhilda, show the little, like, oh, have light in your eyes. Be, you know, this kind of thing instead of da-da-dun, da-da-dun, I'm pirouette 14 million times. That's not gonna, I'm gonna be in the judge going, all right, one more girl who can do 18 turns, one more girl who can hit her head. It's not gonna make you special. So think about what can make you different, the character, being dead on the beat. Second thing, and this is something else I mentioned that in that Q&A, don't dance to the judges. If you dance to the judges, the light is not going to be on your face. It's not about jazz competition. Ballet competitions are different. You have to dance up and out, because otherwise those bright stage lights are going to dim you, your eyes are going to be dark, your chest is going to be dark, but if you perform up, the light's going to hit your face, your eyes are going to look open, and your chest is going to hit the light. Even if the judges are right below you, ignore them. Dance to the balcony, because that is going to give you a more lifted look. It's going to make you look a little more light and airy and not so weighed down. Even just looking at me on camera, this or this. You see what I mean? So don't worry about the judges. Don't dance to them. Dance up. Dance to those people in the balcony, because again, put it in a company setting. You're not going to have judges in a company setting. You're going to be on the stage for the public, a paying public, and you're going to have people way in the back in those cheap seats that need to see your face. So think about that. Don't think about it as a competition and dance down. Think about it as a performance and dance up. All right, so the third thing is your mental state. When you're at the ballet competition, as cliche and as hard as this sounds, don't worry about everybody else. If you stand in the wings and watch the girl before you and go, oh my gosh, she was so good, or 3 girls before you and oh my gosh, she hit her head, oh her costume's prettier, oh she's thinner than me, oh you are going to psych yourself out like nobody's business, and your dancing is going to suffer. You ever watched skating competitions like at the Olympics? The skaters have their iPods in and they don't watch the people before them. They don't want to know how they did. They don't want to hear the crowd's yells or cheers or if they fall, because even that can mess them up. Ooh, she didn't do so well, so I don't need to do as well, because you're going to just mess yourself up. So stay in your own bubble. Put the earbuds in. Concentrate on what you have to do, because your mental state is the most important thing in a ballet competition. Because nerves can tire you out. Nerves can make you completely lose it. If you have been rehearsing in a studio all this time, and then suddenly you get there and the nerves kick in, it can throw off your entire performance. I don't care how many times you've rehearsed it. So try and stay in your own bubble. Don't worry about everybody else. If they get cheers, if they get boos, it doesn't matter. You're there for you, and you concentrate on you. Okay, tip number 4 is leading up to the competition. This is something I talked about in the stamina video. You should be running your variations twice in the studio. In the week or 2 before, go through them back to back, basically without stopping. Because again, those nerves kicking in is gonna make you more tired. Whenever you have nerves and they're people, you're gonna get like this, and your muscles are going to get more tired faster. So if you've prepared that variation, being able to do it twice, it's going to compensate for the nerves, for the muscle fatigue, for whatever it is on the competition day. So make sure you are running your variations twice to prepare, so that you are ready if that fatigue sets in. If you get out there and go, oh my gosh, I have 2.5 minutes and I'm already tired. If you have a 2.5 minute variation and you've been training 5 minutes, your muscles will be able to do 2.5. It's like I said in that video. So make sure you're running them twice to compensate for any weird nerves or fatigue that day, and that's going to help you a lot. Make sure also when you're leading up to the competition, you are doing a full ballet class. If you are doing bar and rehearsing, that's not going to help you. You as dancers, if you want to be a professional, you need to be doing a full ballet class every day. I don't care if you don't turn to the left in your variation. You need to be turning left every day, because it's only going to help make you a better dancer. It's only going to help balance you out. Because here's the problem. Let's say you've only been doing your variation, and then you get a company contract, you get into company class, and they see you can't turn left. They're going to go, who is this person? When I saw her on the stage, she was unbelievable. She could do 5 pirouettes. Now she can't even do 2. You're going to throw your company director off, and that could really hurt your career. So not even so much for the performance itself. It's for afterwards. You need to be doing a full class. You need to be able to turn to both sides, jump to both sides, everything. So that if you do win a prize and get hired, you're not a different person in front of them than you were on the stage. So run your variation twice and full class every day. All right, next tip. While you're at the ballet competition, take advantage of every class provided. I know there are a lot of master classes. I know there are lots of different teachers, because believe it or not, even if the teachers are not the judges, they talk. They will be back and forth. Oh, I really liked number so-and-so in class. She worked really hard. That's going to help your performance. I know people think the master classes don't count. No, I'm going to save up. Everybody talks. The ballet world is very small. It could just be an offhanded comment that one of the master teachers says, oh, I really like number 55. And the judges go, all right, I don't have to look for her. That you're doing well in the class. So my advice that will help your performance is take every master class offered, because you never know who's going to be in them, who's going to be watching them, who's going to be teaching them. Are they going to talk? Take advantage, because that also shows them that you're there for more than just stage time. You work hard. You want to further your training. That's really important. It has nothing to do with that on-stage moment, but it can really help your chances at a ballet competition. In terms of auditions, let's say you're not doing a ballet competition, you're just doing auditions. Same thing applies. Be musical, dance up, not down, and try not to show your nerves. I know it's difficult, but as somebody who has given auditions before, I don't want to see somebody that's nervous and can't get it together, because that's going to show me, all right, if you're auditioning for my company and I'm going to put you on the stage, is that how you're going to dance on stage? Are you going to be like this the whole time and looking around and not know the combination? It doesn't matter how nervous you are. Same with the ballet competition. Try not to show the nerves. Go out there and do what you do. Show them your love of dance, because at the end of the day, you're doing this for a job. You're not doing this for the 2.5 minutes at the ballet competition. You're doing this to further your career. So don't show them the nerves if you can. Show them how much you love to be there. Again, be that character and think long term. You know, how can I transfer my performance today into a ballet company? You know, because there have been so many dancers who do great at ballet competitions, they win every medal, and then they get in a company, and they're in the corps, and they never get out of the corps. And it's because they didn't think long term. They might not be able to turn to both sides. They might have a lopsided whatever. They might not be able to stay in line, you know, so think ballet company when you're doing this. So show them your love of dance, show them that you are dependable, that, you know what, you can throw me on to anything and I can thrive. You know, that's my advice to you guys in ballet competitions. Again, it's not about 15 pirouettes. It's exactly the same with auditions. You know, ballet schools are not going to want to see somebody who can do 5 pirouettes and be off the music. I guarantee you SAB will not take you. If you do that, they will not take you. So really, really be aware of that. Musicality, show them you want to be there. Let the nerves go. Just do your best, you know, and it'll show. Remember guys, ballet is not brain surgery. It's not life and death. If you have a bad performance, if you have a bad audition, if you have a bad class, it's not the end of the world. Learn from it, move on, make the next audition better. Maybe you'll have a bad ballet competition this time, but next year it'll be great. You know what I mean? It's not like you're one shot. So just do the best you can, be the character, be on the music, show them you want to be there, you know, dance up, not down, think long term, and you'll have the best competition you can. All right, you guys, if you're doing a ballet competition, let me know what you're dancing in the box below. I want to know what you guys are doing. And, you know, if you have any other questions, leave me a comment and I'll try and do a follow-up video to this, okay? If you missed my stage makeup hacks video, it's over there. You can click to watch. Reminder, Vlogmas is going on the second channel. I love you all and I'll see you on Tuesday.